being there, you can get a sense as to why this team really thrives off the energy in the building. It's not just a loud crowd, it's a smart crowd. And by that I mean they could sense, particularly at the beginning of the fourth quarter, the Cavs had gone on a mini run to end the third quarter, cut it to 14. The crowd sensed that, upped their energy. The team followed suit. They also understood the importance of those plays when LeBron says 2 points isn't always 2 points. When Marcus Morris misses a shot, gets his own rebound, follows up with a dunk, that's more than 2 points. That's deflating. The offensive rebound after good defensive possession that turns into points. They were loud throughout. They were angry in a good way. Like, no, that was a lights-out home crowd. That was as good of a home crowd as I've been to in a playoff game in quite some time.
Boston's played great basketball as a franchise for too long for them not to have a great home crowd. I remember going there, watching Magic Johnson throw the legendary hook on them. So I've been to Boston, the old Boston to where they are now. Very educated sports fans into the game. Crowd really helps at the beginning of the game. Some other points of the game, the home crowd is overrated. But at the beginning of the game, that's where the crowd has the most effect. The fourth quarter, I don't believe the crowd had an effect on the game. Celtics had an open shot in the corner. They hit it. Jason Tatum went 94 feet coast to coast with a Euro step, as LeBron said. That got nothing to do with the crowd. Marcus Morris misses a shot, gets the rebound, and goes for a dunk. All right, so the crowd is good at the beginning of the game, but after that, it's up to the players. And as a player, that's what we always talked about. As the visitor, realize the crowd's going to give them a boost at the beginning, and that is about it unless you play well.
Here's the point that I'm making, though, because I agree with you. That at the beginning, listen, they won the game in the first quarter, by the way, and the crowd was extraordinary. But there are certain basketball teams that you go there, and the crowd, I think, doesn't totally understand the gravity of individual situations, and sometimes only gets really loud when the team is playing really well. And what I saw,
or it doesn't show up at all, like in Houston.
Right, in Houston, where they're a very late arriving crowd. Right. What I saw in the game yesterday was in the second quarter, for example, when the Celtics went through a drought. That's when the crowd got loud again, when the team wasn't playing well. I don't know if it translates to the players on the court. I know sitting there, it seemed like if I were playing, they were cheering at the exact times I would want them to be, when it would seem like the team was dragging. I was thoroughly impressed by that.
A lot of times, as a player, and we had a player sit here and tell us this, you're blacked out during the game. The sound is muffled with the crowd, so the crowd doesn't help you. It doesn't help the ball go in, don't help you make smarter decisions,
right.
All right? But at the beginning of games and also at the end of games, when things are pressurized, they do help. You much rather be playing at home in those situations, beginning and end.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask how received you were. How well received or poorly
received you were. It wasn't great, and it didn't help that as part of the pregame hype video, they showed a clip. They were showing a bunch of media clips, people doubting the Celtics. I glanced up at the Jumbotron. Oh, there's me. Talking about how the Celtics are going to lose to the Sixers. And I had my hood up because I was kind of trying to be incognito. This little kid in front of me. I'd given him, they had shirts for everybody, right? So I gave the little kid my shirt beforehand, so he remembered my face. He turns to me, he's like, that's you. I'm like, Zip it, Ixnay. He's like, that's you. And then all of a sudden people knew it was me. That made it a little uncomfortable, but no drinks. It wasn't as bad as the Philly fans. They didn't start a chant about me.
Nobody threw anything at you?
Why is it Philly and Boston, two of the toughest sports towns in America?
That's why, because they're tough.
They don't like me. That ain't great.
Well, listen to yourself.
If
you were in those cities, you wouldn't like yourself either.
All right, let's talk a little golf. If I told you Tiger